Hi, everybody. It's Miss Jamie here, and welcome to the Furious Flower Creativity Camp 2020. I'll be teaching the visual arts classes, and so this is lesson 2 out of 4. This year's theme is resilience. Have you ever heard of the word resilience? What does it mean? Well, resilience is our ability to overcome difficult situations. You're resilient. I'm resilient. It's something that we're all born with, and we can work on building it. This summer, we'll be focusing on what resilience is and also how we can become more resilient people. The name of this lesson is Make Your Mark. Make your mark. And for this lesson, we're going to actually need a couple of materials. You're going to need some watercolors, which were included in your packet. You're also going to need some fruits and veggies. Have an adult help you slice them up into halves and quarters. You're also going to need some paper that is made for paints. Okay? And if you don't have watercolor paints, by the way, that's okay. Any kind of paint that you have lying around should be fine. You should have the handout that was included in your packet. And maybe make sure you lay out some newspapers or some kind of paper towels or something because it might get a little bit messy. Okay? Feel free to pause the video if you need to so you can gather your materials, and I promise I'll still be here when you get back. Okay, so let's get started. Take a look at the handout that was included in your packet. Here we can see some prints. Here is a print of an apple, a lemon or an orange. I think it's some kind of citrus fruit. And then here we see that print repeated over and over. It kind of looks like a collage. All of the prints are overlapping in different colors. Okay. What exactly is a print? A print is a mark that is transferred on to a different surface. So a print is a mark that is transferred on to a different surface. We all have thumbs. Why don't we practice making our fingerprint onto a piece of paper? Okay? Dip your finger in some paint. Might get kind of messy, so, all right? And when you've got a pretty damp finger, I want you to press that onto a piece of paper. And keep doing that until most of the paint is off of your finger. Here are my fingerprints. Okay, we see this one had a lot of paint on it, and then it gradually gets lighter and lighter as the paint comes off of my finger and the mark is transferred onto the paper. Okay. Quick question before we continue. Has anyone ever left their mark on you? Meaning, has anyone ever influenced you in a positive or maybe even in a negative way? That's what we call leaving your mark on someone. I know that I have someone who really inspired me to write and be engaged in the arts. That person left their mark on me, right? Has anyone ever left their mark on you and influenced you in a positive or even in a negative way? I think it's something to think about. So let's practice now getting different types of marks onto paper. So grab your fruits and veggies. I've got different slices here. I've got a carrot, an onion, banana, and also some sponges that I cut up into different shapes. And just practice getting different colors and different marks onto your paper. Let's try this. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I've got some marks put on this paper, and just keep on going, playing around and seeing what different marks you can get. Feel free to use your paper towel if things start to get a little bit messy. And just continue to mark up your paper. See what you get. I think I like how that onion is coming out on my page. Okay. Okay, and so as you continue marking up your page, I want you to think about how fruits and vegetables affect our bodies. Everyone always says, make sure you eat your fruits and veggies. And that's because they're healthy. They influence our bodies in a positive way. And when you are resilient, you are doing something positive. You are leaving a positive mark. Okay? When you overcome a negative situation, that's like putting your fingerprint into the world. Okay? And there are other people that have come before us, and they have been resilient, and that encourages us to be resilient. If you know that someone who is maybe older than you, or even someone back in history was resilient, that gives you the strength and the ability to also be resilient as well. And when you are resilient, you can also leave your mark on someone else. You can even tell your friend who might be going through a difficult situation and say, hey, I went through something similar, and this is how I got through it. And that's like leaving your positive mark on them. So others help us to be resilient, and they leave their mark on us. And we, when we are resilient, we help others be resilient too. And we can leave a positive mark on them. I think it's pretty cool. We talked about pattern and being able to repeat and repeat and repeat the choice of being resilient. And this is kind of the same thing. You choose to be resilient, and your resilience leaves a mark for someone else. And that gives them the ability to be resilient too. So, you continue adding your prints onto the page, and you can get all types of patterns. Here's another one that I worked on earlier. Okay. Here's another one that I worked on earlier too. And so, I want you guys to take a pic of your work, and at the end of the week, we'll be sharing all of our artwork during our open mic celebration. I really look forward to seeing what it is that you came up with. But before you go, I want you to answer these questions. In what ways have others influenced you in a positive way? In what ways have others left a positive mark on you? And in what way can you leave a positive mark on someone else? Please write down your answer, and I'd love to hear your responses. Thank you for participating in this camp, and remember, bloom on. Bye.